Yo, what is down, everyone? If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more tutorials, more trading videos, more gameplays, more development videos. I upload all of those, so if you're interested in those, make sure to subscribe and also turn on those post notifications, please. Okay, let's continue. So this trading guide is going to be on things which you don't want to do. The first thing which I recommend you to avoid is getting projected items. Here, let's take a look at this little snipe page and let's see. So when you're trying to snipe on ROBLOX, a lot of things here will probably be projected items. And before I actually get into it, let's define projected items. Projected items are pretty much items which got bought for a really high price in order to raise the wrap. And since the wrap skyrockets, a lot of people fall for like the trades where they're winning by wrap, so they accept it, but it turns out that the item that they got was projected. So instead of winning, they actually lost. They won by wrap, but who cares about wrap? It's about the value and the demand of items, not about the wrap. If you get a trade where you get like 3,000 wrap for 1,000 wrap, then make sure to check the item before accepting it because it may be projected. The true value of the item may be like 1k, but if it gets projected to 5k wrap, then like, yeah, they're not the same thing. Value and wrap are way different. Wrap is the recent average selling price, and value is like what it goes for, what people offer for it. So yeah, watch out. So let me show you an example. Let's say you're on RBX.rocks, you know, an item got projected and its wrap rose by a lot, and since its wrap rose by a lot of the owners are like, wow, the wrap went up by a lot, let's sell it now, easy profit. So a lot of people sell for under wrap, and then it comes on the RBX.rocks page. For example, the Naga helmet. I had this a few weeks ago, and it was like 300. And all of a sudden, its wrap is 1.5k. What? Let's check this out. This is projected for sure. To tell if an item is projected, you can easily just look at the wrap chart. Look, it was selling for like 150. Wow, that was a good buy. Whoever bought that. 320, 486, 700, 700 again. And then 16,000. So, and also here, like 25 sold before it got projected, and then I think 12 sold for 16,000. So that's how to tell if an item is projected. I also talked about this in the first episode, so I'm pretty much covering this again. And this item right here is projected. When it got projected, like on this date right here, which is January 22nd, the wrap was probably around like 5k. But after not even a month, you can see that the average price is now 1.5k. So if you got this on an item in a trade about a month ago, and you gave like 4k wrap for this 5k wrap item, then that's a huge L, because this is projected and it's going to sell for under wrap. It's even selling for under wrap right now. Look, by, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's selling under wrap for 8 times. That is really bad. So if it looks like you got a super overpowered trade, then just check the wrap chart, make sure there's no crazy spikes like this. See if it's very consistent like this. Look at that is a perfect straight line right there. If it's like this and then all of a sudden it spikes up, it's most likely projected. So I recommend avoiding those. I actually project items myself for fun, and to also see how much I profit, so watch out. If I send you a super overpowered trade, watch out. Another thing to avoid is items which are selling for under wrap. Now, if it's selling for under wrap only once, then that's not too big of an issue. But if it's selling for under wrap 4 times in a row, then that's not a very good sign, unless it has like crazy demand and those will sell in like a few seconds. But if it's a really low demand item and 4 of them are selling for under wrap, then that's a sign that the item is probably going to drop by a little bit. This is on RBX.rocks, on the sniping page, and if you look at this, it doesn't seem that bad. The wrap is around 1.1k and the price is up for 700, which isn't too bad. But it has no demand, as you can tell from the wrap chart. It barely sells, and it's also selling for under wrap 4 times until it goes above wrap, which is just, oh, that's terrible. Another thing to avoid is the low demand items. Low demand items are really bad because it's really hard to complete a trade. If you do want to complete a trade and you're giving low demand items, you're going to need to overpay by quite a lot. Recently, I did an undercover trading series, and I was on a roll. I was making so many trades a day, I was profiting so much a day, until I got low demand items. Pretty much all of my items were low demand, and it was terrible. As you can see here, January 15th, and then the next trade I made, January 27th. It took me 12 days to make a trade with low demand items, and I only got rid of one of them, and I had another. Oh my gosh. I also had a lot of schoolwork during that period, so if I had more time to myself, and if I spent more time trading, then I probably could have gotten rid of it much faster. But overall, just avoid low demand items because they're not good. If you want to know whether an item is low demand or not, you can pretty much go on to I recommend going on rbx.rocks for like bigger items to find demand, like items worth like maybe 20k plus. But for small items, I recommend just going onto the items page and then looking at the wrap chart right here, because usually small items, they probably should have some pretty good demand because they're small items, right? They're only a couple of hundreds of Robux. They should sell quite a lot of times in a month. But this item right here, it sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It sold 8 times in 30 days, which is terrible. That's less than 1 every 3 days. So this item, you can tell that it's really low demand because of the wrap chart. Now let's look at a high demand item. Now this right here is kind of sad. Let's look at the past 30 days for this item. It sold on, I think, at least once every single day, and it's sad because this item is worth about like it's worth way more than the other one. This one, it sells about, let's estimate an average, maybe around like 8 times every single day for the past 30 days. So that is around 240 of these sold every month. The other item, it sold 8 times every month, and it's way cheaper. So just from that, you can tell that the Ultimate Pink Victory is super high demand, and that pumpkin hat thing, whatever it was, is super low demand. Now the reason why I said look at rbx.rocks for higher valued items, now the reason I said that is because higher valued items, they're pretty difficult to tell what the value is on them, because higher valued items, you know, they don't sell that much. So it looks like they're low demand, but their demand is actually, it may be low, but it also may be high. You can't really tell from the wrap chart for really expensive items because they're expensive, you know, they're not going to sell too often. If there's an item worth 1,000,000 Robux and there's an item worth 1 Robux, which one is going to sell more? Because I'm pretty sure the one worth 1,000,000 Robux is going to sell way more. Nah, just kidding. The one worth 1 Robux is going to sell way more. Now that 1 Robux item could have less demand than that 1,000,000 Robux item, but since it's so cheap, it's gonna get sold anyway, no matter how low the demand is. If we look at Midnight Commando, you can look at the wrap chart. You can see that it sold 2 there, 5 there, so that's 7, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It only sold 22 times in the past month. From that information, that doesn't seem very good, you know. Only 22 times in 30 days, not even one a day. But if you think about it, it's a pretty expensive item. So you can't really tell by looking at the wrap charts and seeing how many sold in the past month for big items, because they're sort of confusing. So I recommend going on rbx.rocks and finding the demand there. Midnight Commando here is high demand. So there you go. There's the answer. There, no need to count, no need to do anything. For big items, you can just look at rbx.rocks. Now the last thing which I really want you guys to avoid are like non-limited items, because they're just a total waste of thousands of Robux, because like you can't trade them, you can't profit off them, it's pretty much just in your inventory forever. No matter how nice you think it looks, just don't buy it. It's a waste of Robux unless it's really cheap and you have enough money to get it. And you'll have a lot left after buying it. Let's look at this brand new item, which is non-limited and selling for 9,001 Robux. Oh my gosh, 80 people bought it. That is 9,001 Robux multiplied by 80 people. That right there is over 700,000 Robux, which is now non-tradable. Think about it. Instead of buying that item for 9,000 Robux, maybe buy like a Sinister Branches, maybe a Noob Assist, some limiteds pretty much. And with those limiteds, you can actually trade them off and turn that 9,001 Robux that you had into 10 billion.9 Robux. Or instead, you can buy that item, which you're probably not even gonna wear for that long. You're probably gonna wear it for like 2 days and then take it off and then wear something else. It's just a huge waste of Robux. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you reach this point of the video, then you probably enjoy this content, you know. For now, I'll see you next time.